Good morning, everyone. Hello from New York. Getting ready to head back to the West Coast here in just a few hours. But I wanted to put out a quick little video and talk to you about the state of what's going on with the craziness around Moonbirds. As I'm sure all of you have seen, or a lot of you have seen, the inbound interest has been just overwhelming in all the different groups that we're in across Discord, all the people that we're talking to in terms of the large DAOs. There is a ton of demand for this PFP, which is fantastic. We're honored, we're excited. It seems that everyone is really resonating with this idea of this utility roadmap that we have that make this PFP much more than just an avatar. We have some really exciting stuff up our sleeves that we haven't announced yet around that. It's going to be a great project. That's the good news. The bad news is that with that overwhelming demand comes a lot of issues around how we actually handle this Dutch auction. And the Dutch auction, obviously, as you know, we had planned to start off at 2.5 ETH and work our way down to zero point 0.1 ETH. It is now very clear that we're severely oversubscribed. So this is going to be something that sells out at 2.5 ETH. That is all the signal that we've received across many different channels, including watching our Twitter followers grow close to 80,000 from 1,000 in a little over a week, all organic. It's just been nuts. We saw something really slightly terrifying that happened last week with that Vayner Sports Pass release. AJ and Gary, fantastic entrepreneurs in the NFT space. I had a chat with AJ about a week ago. Their plan was just to do a simple little drop, get it out there. They weren't going to pre-announce it. But the second they got it out there, the bots were so aggressive and everything hit all at once. And unfortunately, a ton, millions of dollars worth of gas was spent and wasted, consumers' money, and a lot of botting activity happened. Not saying this is their fault. I mean, it's impossible to guess these things. They didn't really know what was going into this. And if anything, it speaks to just how sought after anything that they produce is. This is a problem for all projects, us included. So we're freaked out a little bit. Not in a way that has anything to do with compromising the project itself, but more in just we don't want consumers to lose money. It really sucks. It would be a horrible scenario where we launch this thing and you all lose a lot of money. We've heard people stacking ETH and even said to us, hey, I've got my 2.5 ETH ready to go. I'm ready to pay full amount. And I've even got an extra ETH on top of that because I'm going to go in hard with gas. We have some bad news. These bots do not play on the same level playing field that you all think you play on. They actually operate at the contract level. They write scripts. They are faster to execute these transactions than you will ever be by hand. And they will get in there and most likely win. Some of you will get through, a lot of you won't. And that's going to really suck when people are wanting to purchase this NFT and they spend an extra ETH and they lose that altogether. So we want to avoid that. There's a couple different ways you can do it. You can up the price of the Dutch auction to a point where bots don't want to play in that realm. We bumped up to 5 or 7 or 8 ETH. That most likely bots would say this is a little too rich for my blood. I don't want to play. We don't think that's fair. That's not cool. We with 2.5 ETH selling out at that, we're gonna have a ton of funding to go out and execute and build amazing products. We don't need to get extra greedy here and go for more money. So we're not gonna do that. We have decided to do something that is pretty basic in that we're just going to do a raffle. We're going to require you to have 2.5 ETH in your wallet. You enter in, we're going to use pre-mint, and we're going to put in all of the different roadblocks that we possibly can to eliminate botting. CAPTCHAs requiring you to link your Discord, requiring you to link your Twitter, things of that nature. And we have seen, and we've talked directly to the pre-mint folks, every time you add in an extra, just a little layer, it eliminates more and more bots. There's no doubt some will get in. But I would much rather put up a bunch of hurdles, have more individual people get in, set the wallet limit to 1 so we get, even if the bots do win or a bot does win, they are only capable of buying 1 pass and get more individuals in at that 2.5 price. That's the thinking. What we'll do is we'll pick winners that will have a guaranteed spot. And so when you come in, there'll be no rush for gas. If you have this magic token that we've said, hey, you have a guaranteed spot, there'll be a 3-hour minting window where you can come in. You don't have to rush, and you can mint and get your PFP. Now, after that, obviously, there's some people that just don't show up. You're busy with life, you walk away from the computer, whatever it may be. And we've looked historically, because Premint has done so many of these. Over 500,000 registered people on Premint have over the course of the last few months in this product being out there, that they know more or less how many people drop off. So, for example, they handled X copies drop in raffle. And they saw that when they did their allow list, about 10 to 15% of people didn't show up, just because that's what the natural numbers end up being. On some drops, it's 20% plus. So let's just say there's 10% left over. What are we going to do then? Well, we don't want to put it back out on that public Dutch auction, because we know that the bots will jump in right away. So we're going to have a second kind of backup waiting room list that will be this allow list that's ready to go as well. So you have the chance of ending up on two lists. One, either the guaranteed spot, which you can come in, get your Moonbird, you're good to go. After that ends, whatever's left over, we switch over to the secondary list. It'll be a smaller number of Moonbirds available, but you'll still have another shot. And it's not guaranteed, but it will be a smaller pool, so it won't be the general public. That's the best options that we have on the table today. There was a lot of other things thrown out there on different mechanics and different ways to do this. We've considered them all. Yesterday we had a call with Divergence, the two Ryans on our team, Brendan from Premint, Ian, our main front-end dev. We're talking to everyone in this space, and we all are putting our brains together on the different, both centralized and decentralized ways to do it. We had some wild ideas that just won't be ready in time, that it would take an additional month or so to figure out. This is the best we have. The reason why this is so hotly contested, and why you see so much chatter about you should do it this way, you should do it that way, is there's mixed opinions, because there is no best way to do it. It just comes down to what do we think is the fairest, and in our minds, how are we going to get the most distribution to individuals versus bots, and we think the raffle is the way to do it. So far it's worked out pretty well for the many, many, many drops that have used Premint, and that's what we're going to do. So 2.5 ETH, not going any higher than that, and we hope you all enter the raffle and hope you get selected. And then if you're listening to this and you're a Proof Collective member, you of course will have your two spots that will be guaranteed as well. Those will start an hour before even this first initial allow list, guaranteed allow list starts. So there'll be, and then that window will be open for 3 days. So there'll be no rush to go in there and mint that. That's the best we got. I hope that you understand that we're trying to balance all of these different factors. And at the end of the day, it's not lost on us that there is a lot of money at stake here, a lot of money coming into the company, and a lot of expectation in terms of the value that we want to go out and build and create for you all. We are not in this for just another, just another PFP project. We're in this to build something massive, a big community, a top 5 PFP projects. We're truly swinging for the fences here, and we're going big. So rest assured that even though this is a lot of funding coming into the company, you're going to see a really fully fleshed out team here shortly, and a consistency of delivering high quality products month over month, the way we've always done it, all the things that you've seen us launch over the years in all of our careers as the kind of executive team that you've seen so far. So that's it for now. Thanks for listening, and we'll talk soon.